Good evening from the office of the Mob Justice Football. Today I'm coming to you not just as an advocate in the office of the Mob Justice Football, which of course my term is going to elapse once Rivero leave and I'll occupy my position as a true and loyal supporter of Orlando Pirates. But nonetheless, today I'm coming to you as a seasoned administrator with a number of years in the sports fraternity. We are aware of the letter that the Executive Committee of PSL has released with the recommendation that Royal AM membership be nullified, be cancelled on the NSL, which is due to be presented to the Board of Governance on Thursday. But before we go into that letter, before we go into the terms that were used, of course, they used clause number 10, which talks about the membership of the club. They also talks about clause number 14, which talks about the accusation at the ownership of a club that we are aware of, and we're going to look into those clauses in detail. But let's just familiarize ourselves with the following term: membership of the club, board of governance, executive committee. Those are three terms that we're going to use much on this term that we are, or in this situation that we are faced with. But we're going to read out what does that clause really means. But on the letter, they use the following clause that are going to support the executive committee to be able to cancel the membership of Real AM. Number one is 10,16. That's another clause that we're going to read it out for the people to understand. Knowledge is free here. They also use 10,14. The last one they use 14.6. Let's go into 10.6. It says, should a member club not be able to fulfill its obligation to the league or be wound up, the executive committee may recommend cancellation of its membership to the board of governance. That is straightforward. 10.14, it says, the membership of a club may, upon recommendation by the executive committee, be cancelled by the board of governance. It is found that the membership club has misinterpreted material information either in its initial application. Remember, on the 1st of July, before the league starts, each and every member renew its membership into the league, or on the later on stages, maybe during the course of the season or at the end of the season. That's what clause number 10.16 is saying. Clause number 14.6, which is on the accusation and the new ownership of the club, it says, should the sale, transfer, or disposition taking place in contrary to these amendments, the executive committee has power to recommend to the board of governance that sales be put on hold or be cancelled. Okay. Board of governance, it is the supreme decision of the league, NSL as a board, which comprises of all chairmen of the league. This include the chairman of all the teams that are involved in the NSL. Now, executive committee, it is those chairmen that has been submitted by all the 16 teams that will be elected. We are going to have the chairperson of the league. We are going to have, according to the laws, it says that we must have 7 additional members, to which on that 7 additional members, we will have one that is going to be appointed the CEO of the league. At this point, we have an interim CEO, which is Manto Madlala. And all those number of executive committees, your likes of Kaiser Mutaung, your likes of Abram Silo from Marumo Gallants, your likes of Rejoice Melane from Mamelodi Sundowns, your likes of Stanley Matthews, your likes of John Mohaladi from Polokwane City, your like of Sandile Zongo, Robert Benardi from Stelis, John Committee, Tim Sukazi, and Sfiso Biele from Richards Bay. Those are the current executive committee of the PSL. So what's going to happen is that and this meeting is going to be chaired by the chairman of the league, which is Dr. Ivan Koza. In the absentia of the chairman of the league, one of the member of the board of governance, everyone, not just the executive committee, is going to be selected on that particular meeting that's going to happen on Thursday, and that particular person is going to chair the meeting in case the chairman is not available. So this is the recommendation that the executive committee has taken. It has taken that the sales and accusation of Royal AM by rumors before that they say who's that guy from Phoenix that is acquiring Royal AM, that the executive committee has powers to cancel all those things, that it will not be able to happen just like that. But looking on clause number 10.16 and 10.14, this is the stand of executive committee of saying that we cannot be able to, and then that's where the board of governance is going to vote with or against the recommendation that the executive committee has taken. It has been long overdue, and I hope that whatever that's going to happen from today as Monday until Thursday is going to give us a resolution, and we can be able to move forward. With that being said, should Royal AM be cancelled on PSL, what does that mean? It means that all the points that has been collected, all the team that is played against Royal AM, all those fixtures, they are going to be nullified and points being taken. Should you not be playing Royal AM so far, it means that that game is not going to be counted, and the league will continue with 15 teams instead the 16 team. Exactly like what happened on DDC when Royal AM was withdrawn some month ago. So that's just going to happen. Let's wish the executive committee all the best on the decision that they're going to take with the board of governance. Now the ball is at the helm of board of governance, and we wish that whatever that they're going to do is going to be on the best interest of the league. From the office of the Mob Justice Football, I hope and wish that what we have explained, it does bring some lights a little bit, because we're not the legal aspects, but we can try to analyze the law and see the possibility of where is this going.